Nigerian Pidgin is an English-based Pidgin and Creole language spoken as a lingua franca across Nigeria. The language is commonly referred to as Pidgin, or Brokin. It is distinguished from other Creole languages since most speakers are not true native speakers, although many children do learn it at an early age. It can be spoken as a Pidgin, a Creole, or a decreolised acrolect by different speakers, who may switch between these forms depending on the social setting. Variations of Pidgin are also spoken across West Africa, in countries such as Sierra Leone, Equatorial Guinea, Ghana and Cameroon. Pidgin English, despite its common use throughout the country, has no official status. Variations: each of the 250 or more ethnic groups in Nigeria can converse in this language, though they usually have their own additional words. For example, the Yoruba to the first bars use the words at the first senti and aby when speaking Pidgin. These are often used at the start or end of an intonated sentence or question. For example, "You are coming, right?" becomes at the first senti "You day come?" or "You day come aby?" As another example, the Igbos added the word nna, also used at the beginning of some sentences, to show camaraderie. For example, "Man, that test was very hard" becomes nna, "that test hard no be small." Nigerian Pidgin also varies from place to place. Dialects of Nigerian Pidgin may include the Warri, Sapele, Benin, Port Harcourt, Lagos, especially in Ajigun, Onitsha varieties. Nigerian Pidgin is most widely spoken in the oil-rich Niger Delta, where most of his population speak it as their first language. But other peoples speak Pidgin differently and in their own ways all over Nigeria. Relationship to other languages and dialects equals similarity to Caribbean dialects equals Nigerian Pidgin, along with the various Pidgin and Creole languages of West Africa, share similarities to the various dialects of English found in the Caribbean. Some of the returning descendants of slaves taken to the New World of West African origin brought back many words and phrases to West Africa from the Jamaican Creole and the other Creole languages of the West Indies, which are components of Nigerian Pidgin. The pronunciation and accents often differ a great deal, mainly due to the extremely heterogeneous mix of African languages present in the West Indies, but if written on paper or spoken slowly, the Creole languages of West Africa are for the most part mutually intelligible with the Creole languages of the Caribbean. The presence of repetitious phrases in Caribbean Creole such as "su-su" and "pai-or" mirror the presence of such phrases in West African languages such as "bam-bam," which means complete in the Yoruba language. Repetitious phrases are also present in Nigerian Pidgin, such as "koro-koro," meaning clear vision, "yama-yama," meaning disgusting, and "doti-doti," meaning garbage. Furthermore, the use of the words of West African origin in Jamaican patois, Jamaican patois or West African Pidgin displays some of the interesting similarities between the English Pidgins and Creoles of West Africa and the English Pidgins and Creoles of the West Indies, as does the presence of words and phrases that are identical in the languages on both sides of the Atlantic, such as "me go tell dem," and "make we." Use of the word "d" or "day" is found in both Caribbean Creole and Nigerian Pidgin English, and is used in place of the English word "is" or "are." The phrase "we day fo London" would be understood by both a speaker of Creole and a speaker of Nigerian Pidgin to mean "we are in London." Other similarities, such as "pickin" and "picney," and "chook," which corresponds with the Jamaican patois word "chook," and also corresponds to "chook" used in other West Indian islands. Equals connection to Portuguese and Spanish languages equals, being derived partly from the present-day Edo Delta area of Nigeria, there are still some leftover words from the Portuguese and Spanish languages in Pidgin English. For example, "you sabi do am" means "do you know how to do it?" Sabi means to know, or to know how to. Justice to know is saber in Portuguese and Spanish. Also, "pickin" or "pickaninny" is from the Spanish and Portuguese word piqui plus or minus o/pequeno to mean small. Nigerian Standard English equals, similar to the Caribbean Creole situation, Nigerian Pidgin is mostly used in informal conversations. However, Nigerian Pidgin has no status as an official language. Nigerian Standard English is used in politics, the Internet and some television programs. Homophones, The most important difference to other types of English is the limited repertoire of consonants, vowels and diphthongs used. This produces a lot of homophones, like thin, thing and tin, which are all three pronounced like. This circumstance gives a high importance to the context, the tone, the body language and any other ways of communication for the distinction of the homophones. See also Pidgin English, Creole language, Jamaican Creole, Niger lingo. References. Notes Bibliography Akamen, N. Monsell Pius 2004. The use of a euro. How are you? A euro unregistered trademark in Nigerian society, Journal of Pragmatics Volume 36, Issue 11, November 2004, pages 2055-2058, Mazzoli, Maria. 2013. Copulas in Nigerian Pidgin. Dissertation online, Amir, Kelchukwu Urshachukwu 2006. A Basic Description and Analytic Treatment of Noun Clauses in Nigerian Pidgin. Nordic Journal of African Studies 15, 3, 296 a 313. Schnuckel, Anna and Lionel Marches. 1983. Creolization of Nigerian Pidgin English, a Progress Report. English Worldwide 4, 17-26. Ernest Egeron 2009. Single Language, The Soul of Nations' Prosperity. External links, A Dictionary of Nigerian English. Blench, Roger. 2005, Introduction to Nigerian Pidgin, Nigerian Pidgin Broken English Dictionary. Niger Lingo also contains Nigerian slangs. Online Nigerian Pidgin, Pidgin.com. A discussion forum run only in Pidgin, PidginGuide.com. Nigerian Pidgin English Dictionary, Translator, and Community, Nigergists.com. Nigerian Information Portal, Nigerian Schools Online. The Nigerian Pidgin English, Nigerian Pidgin English Videos, Nigerian Pidgin English Audios and Videos.